Alrighty, well, I guess it's time for some more Guild Wars 2. This video is going to be pretty simple, pretty straight to the point. I'm going to go through my daily reset rotation. As you see, I have about 12 characters or so. The vast majority of them are positioned in locations where there's a chest. It's easily accessible, and I'll show you where they are on the map. Muckluck has a much better guide to this. This is just what I do with the limited characters I have. And then from there, I'll complete my dailies, which my Wizard Vault dailies, which are all world versus world at the moment. And based upon how much time we got, we'll go from there. So yeah, here we go. So I have my engineer backup, which is not something I thought I would ever have a need for or say out loud, positioned in Crystal Oasis. Alright, so this is in Path of Fire, so obviously you have to have the Path of Fire expansion for this. The Amnoon waypoint is the nearest waypoint. Easiest way to get there is one of two ways, right? You can, if you have a sky scale, either one of these two, the Destiny's Gorge or the Temple of Cormyr waypoints, you can get up to a high point and then fly over to it. If you do not have that, you need to go over to this area with your Jackal and use the sand portals, as you can kind of see, to go through the Jackal jumping puzzle to get up to the top. Most people, as you'll see, will put their characters in these little alcoves because there's a whole bunch of veteran djinns up here, and they like to ruin your day by attacking you. So you got your 3 chests here. Ooh, we got a freshwater pearl. I wonder if those are still selling good. Yeah, not bad. So, pretty good drops out of it. I get a good amount of the unidentified gear, which I stack up and then open all at once, even though Magic Find doesn't do anything on those. So, all right, so that is my character in the Crystal Oasis. Those 3 chests, they're here in the Sanctum of Nabka. There's the mastery point and everything here in the Crystal Oasis. So, if you don't know how to get to Path of Fire content and you're brand new, easiest way to do it is obviously teleport to friend, find somebody who's tagged up somewhere, and just teleport there. Otherwise, you have to complete the story introduction to get to where you can come and go using waypoints. Sadly, there's no easy way of getting to Path of Fire content if you haven't completed the story introduction. There's also the Sunspear Regalia or something like that. I have it on one of my characters. It's an item you can use that will get you there. Alright, so I have many characters in the Bureau Marches, mostly because of farming the Eternal Ice Shards. You know, you get some good unidentified gear out of it as well. And I'll show you what you can do with the Eternal Ice Shards, which is that you can turn them into Tier 6 crafting mats. So this one is obviously located just northwest of this spiral feature on the map. This character hasn't done much, but an Eagle Watcher Eyes here in Bjorn Marches. So it's almost due west of the main waypoint Jorah's Keep, just a little bit south. You'll cross through the cavern system to get to this side, and then it's on this promontory right here. It's centrally located between these 2 points of interest. Just the one chest here. I know some people use, like Muckluck uses the portable position rewinder. I just have characters staged. My Thief, which I wholeheartedly agree with Muckluck with, is the worst possible name they could have given this profession. Literally, it's a profession that's about robbing a convenience store, right? So, not a fan of that. I would have been much happier if it was like a scoundrel or scallywag or something fun like that. Well, so I got a rare drop out of that, so I'll break it down. Nothing too decent, but it is fine. And jump to the next character. Oh. So this one is located in Skywatch Archipelago, or Archipelago. And I'm just north and east of Kestrel's Vow waypoint. Now from the starting area, you would head west and then north. It's in the Jade Mech habitation zone, and it's up high on top of this building. Right? Make sure to position yourself in a spot, so don't put your back to this, because if you mess up, it'll knock you off, right? Also, you notice it only took me 2 tries. That's because I have unlocked I've completed the Greater Arcane Treasures Mastery, which greatly reduces the amount of interaction. So instead of being, I think it was like, start off as like 7 or 5 key presses, now it's just 2. My original character, my OG Guild Wars 2 character, my Elementalist, NCOM, which if you know the reference, you know, put it in the comments if you know what it is. So I don't have a lot of time played on this character, but as you can see, I've played for that many hours over that many days. So, yeah. I positioned him here in New Kaineng City. There's almost always a tag here. Right now there isn't, amazingly, for this specific chest. So this is the jumping puzzle that's here in Old Kaineng. Easiest way to get to the top is obviously teleport to a friend. If not, you can look up videos on the jumping puzzle. This specifically drops these Jade Runestones. Now there's another spot that drops Jade Runestones as well in the adjacent map, which is the Arborstone area, Eichelwald Wilds, here in the eastern side. But I was having too many issues with mobs spawning and causing me grief, so I moved the character out of there. So yeah, every once in a while you'll get a rare out of it. Every once in a while you get a double drop. It's nice. It's a good spot to be. So here's another character I have in Secrets of the Obscure. So this is Inner Naos. So you have the forward bivouac waypoint. You can be south and west of there. It's going to be up on this promontory. It's easy to get to. The nice thing is the mobs up here are non. They're not red mobs. They're not going to aggro on you. So you just play the chest mini game and get your rewards. This time I got a rare. Just not winning the Glob of Ectoplasm war today. And usually this goes a lot faster. I'm taking my time because of the recording. So here's another chest. This one is located almost due west of the starting area for Skywatch Archipelago. You just, from the main waypoint, Beacon of Aegis, just head west to this little island. That's where I'm at. Interact with the chest. Get your rewards. Oh. Looks like the meta is starting here pretty soon. Another chest in Bjorn Marches. So once again, we are in the far northwest section of the map. You'll see the main waypoint is here. Ooh, that was close. I accidentally hit my auto run key. So you'll head westerly through the cavern entrance, right? Coming out on the other side, heading northwest. And there's a series of chests along this whole northern wall, right? I specifically just go after the larger ones, just getting these Eternal Ice Shards to drop. Like, see, I'm well beyond capacity in them. All right, this is the most interactive one. This is one where I actually use a prototype position unwinder, and this is the oh, it's going to be an easy one today. So this is the honeybee nest. So I'm going to use a prototype position unwinder, interact with Beavis, mark my spot. I'm going to drop down, get to the second one, which is combs. It goes alphabetical if you speak English. BCH, Beavis, combs, honey. Interact with the chest. and go back up to the top. There's plenty of good videos out there on how to do the jumping puzzle. It's really simple. Yes, got a glob. Always look for those globs. To get to the high point, you start down here. You work your way up across, up here. Then you glide over to there. You go across here. You jump up and around. Go across here, and then jump here to get to the top. To get to the middle section, I'll have to move so my camera can see. You go up this ramp, and you just jump down to the left, and you can get over to where Combs is at just by making that jump. As you see, everybody uses their portals, their position rewinders, whatever. It's easy enough with that stuff. And this character is located near 2 chests. And these are just below where that other character was up here in the upper northwest corner. So some people use a prototype position rewinder to jump down, get the chests, and then pop themselves back up top. I don't have any needs of putting any characters anywhere else, so I just double up on it. Alright, so that's all of the chests. And then for my dailies, let's see what we got today. I haven't even looked at them yet. Take a swig of water real quick. Taking a bit. There we go. I'm actually going to move this character to Armistice Bastion. Login shouldn't be as nearly as bad. If you don't have Armistice Bastion, so this is a pass you unlock with the gem store. And it's a hub that is specifically focused on the Mist War area. So the Mist War would be world versus world, and the Edge of the Mist, player versus player, guild versus guild, player versus environment game type, right? So you have immediate access to all the vendors you need for world versus world. All right, so we got camp, easy peasy. Defeat enemy supply caravan, enemy invaders, and enemy guards. So obviously, these 3 are going to be the easiest. Camp, supply, enemy guards are going to be easy. 3 enemy invaders. If you're like me and you're a terrible player, this can be more problematic. I've already completed my weekly, because I don't have a problem, and I definitely don't play too much. See, I'm pretty much maxed out, so I should probably get something off of here. Oh, yeah. I'll do the build template expansion. So this should expand the templates. Yep, so now I have 4. My warrior has 7, my engineer has, I think, 3. So, woohoo, I can store more builds, so I don't already do enough build crafting. I'd say the vast majority of my time in this game is spent, believe it or not, even though I spend a lot of time in World vs. World, it's build crafting. I'll come up with just crazy builds that make no sense. 9 times out of 10 don't work, but I don't care. It's fun to make the builds. All right, so I'm a fan of the Desert Borderlands. I know a lot of people are prejudiced against it. They find it to be confusing. The comparison I've heard is that it's like the Tangled Depths of World vs. World maps. And I'll tell you right now, it's not that bad. All you have to do is learn a couple of basic principles. So there are places you can safely jump off of cliffs, right? So obviously if it's a short cliff, short distance, you're fine, especially if you're mounted. The other thing you'll look for is hay bales, and I can show you one of those here shortly. So we'll tap this camp. We'll get rid of this daily for the killing the Doliac. That daily's done. And then to tag a camp. Now obviously the supervisor has righteous indignation, so I can't kill him. Nobody can. So we're just going to pull a mob until the supervisor backtracks. Should be shortly. Yep. And then we'll just focus down these mobs. Right. There we go. Now, if at any point our team captures the camp here, we will be fine. We will get credit for it. And that will complete that daily. Okay, see these two poles here? These are more or less an indicator of where there is a hay bale. You can see them where my cursor is right down here. Right. So you can jump off. We're just going to aim for these hay bales. And as long as you land pretty much on or near the hay bales, you see you take no falling damage. Oh, so we got a security turret there. Let's take care of that. It's a clever spot to put it. Oh gosh, looks like we got some fighting going on here. Don't mind if I do. Oh gosh. I was not paying enough attention to how far they pushed. And they're obviously much bigger than we are here. Constant humbling reminders in World versus World. No matter how much time you put into it, man, it all comes down to numbers. It always comes down to numbers. I'm missing something. Well, for that, I'm going to have to go. I think I'm out of. It's like 15 minutes to get to my stash of. What I really don't want to do is it's going to really clutter up my bank, my storage on this character. These are selling for right now. Yeah, nothing. He's down there. I literally just put all the junk on the trading post. I'm not too concerned about making a profit off it. These are all just from running the Winter's Day reward track anyways, so. Alright, so now I should have, yeah, quite a bit more of those. Let's go 10. Get a little bit back. Get a little bit woozy. And you can see now, we got 2 hours on our Festival Gobbler. I already have some left over from hour and a half worth from the candy corn gobbler. And I'm running a celebration bonus. So pretty much everything I can to maximize my gains and losses. Well, there's no way he's going to be alone. It's not likely. It's a thief. He's got some intense lockdowns, not gonna lie. It's been like that in this matchup. You see people commenting roughly. Yep. A lot of high toughness builds, a lot of high burst builds. There was a duo. Oh, the other thing I do for my dailies, the matter converters. We'll go through here. None of those really draw my attention. Portable Wizards Tower Exchange. If you don't have this, it's Secrets of the Obscure. It's the mastery line for it. Is, I believe, this one as well. No, it's this one. It's the Astral Ward. This Wayfinder Mastery allows you to purchase this item, which allows you to buy things. Take the trophy bag. Ooh, either one of those are good. Let's do the rune bag. I mean, there's worse to get. Some of those you can break down to research notes. I'm not really worried about research notes right now. I have a bunch of them. Excuse my language. I give him credit for trying. Look at that, dailies complete. I've had easier times at it. Gotta give that guy credit. All right, so we talked about the hay bales. We talked about positioning as far as like cliffs and stuff. That's most people's concerns, right? Is that there's just, it's a multi-layered, right? There's a bottom, a kind of a middle area, and a top area. The other problem most players have is not knowing the throughways, or what I call the throughways, or the access, the ingress and the egress for getting to different parts of the map, right? So obviously the big target here, the big claim, the big grab is Stoic Rampart, right? Also known as Earth Keep. And then you have both of the other major, so this is a garrison, obviously, or actually it's a keep, but the other keeps on the map are Osprey's Palace, which is also known as Air Keep, and Fire Keep, which is Blistering Undercroft, right? Getting access to these is not as cut and dry as the other maps where they're like just on the basic level. You don't have to worry about topography. Topography gets in your way here. So the exception to these are the towers. So there's a tower in each corner. There's no topography getting in your way. You can access any of the gates or any of the walls from the base level. Right now, the keeps have multiple layers. So Osprey's Palace, for example, the west gate, which is right here, is a low-level access point. The north gate is a high-level access point. The south gate is a mid-level access point. The wall next to it, this breakable wall, as you see by the indicator there, is the same height as that gate. It's middle access. If you drop down to lower level, your only real access point is going to be through this gate. If you go to high access, you have two breakable walls up here at the north. Internally, you have gates and wall access here. So breakable wall there, gate there, breakable wall here, gate here. These are both high access. So you go down to go up, if that makes sense. You go down to go up. You start up, you go down to go back up. You start mid, you go down to go back up. Fire Keep, on the other hand, you have to drop down to actually see. I don't think there's a good way to do that in the World versus World map, but your upper layer, which this is showing, has like no access to Blistering Undercroft. If I were to go down a layer, because I'm up on the upper layer right now, you would see that there's breakable walls, there's gates. Once again, you start at one topographical layer and you have to work your way up to the boss itself. Now looks like there's a fight going on here possibly right now. Somebody's trying to take the Lord, so quite possibly it's red since it's on their map, and green has it. And they've come in through this north area right here, which is typical. So knowing that, right, using the topography to your advantage can really help you in the desert map to be, if you're commanding or if you're just roaming like I am right now, to be more successful in knowing where you're at and what your access are right now. Obviously, I can't jump down this way and survive very easily. It's a really high jump, but I can jump on this side and then run down. So I got my dailies done in World versus World. That's pretty much all I'm concerned with right now at the moment. That's the box we got, see what loot we got. And we'll use Air Keep here as an example. Is the difference in topography. So we're on the upper layers of the map right now. This is the high point of the map. Oh, hey. Let's see if we can get an easy kill in here. Probably not. Oh, maybe. Gosh, I always like it when they don't fight back. Oh, that was close, huh? Shark spear just makes the worst noises. Okay, so obviously we're up here in the upper area. We can look down, right, into seeing access to Air Keep, gate, breakable wall. Then you have to work your way up to the inner. Looking like this guy possibly wants a fight. Nope. See if we can sneak up on him again. brought friends. That's fine. Die with honor. Also, don't forget in World vs. World, you still have your weekly achievements. So you've completed those already. And there's a lot of other things you can work on. You should always be working on Emblem of the Avenger. You want to collect these specifically for these collection achievements. You'll need 100 to get just one of the infinite blueprints. I'm working on the Golem and the Catapult right now, so just be mindful of that. So this is the big projects right now, are the infinite siege tokens and the Arene's Insight, which is a legendary staff. You can see, like, be aware of your surroundings, right? A lot of times people put siege here to break in. They have geared this up to know whatnot. So somebody's been trying to break down this wall to get through, so they've got ballistas in point. Oh, what a punk. Thought we were going to be friends. Now, let's try a new approach. See how too much of a chance. Not really meant for one-on-one, especially against rogues. Yeah, so there's my daily completions. And pretty much I'm done with everything I need to do for the week in Guild Wars 2, except for doing my daily. So I'll play a little bit of World vs. World here and there. But that's pretty much going to wrap up this video for now. I just kind of want to show my daily chest grab, my daily World vs. World completion, and then just a little bit of fun in there and some basics overviews of everything. I'm still really enjoying this MSI Aegis ZS2 gaming desktop I bought at Costco. It has significantly increased my enjoyment of, like, Guild Wars 2, for example. The game has never looked this good as far as my systems I'm playing on it. So yeah, so thanks for watching.